you guys had met up with Robert, and Teak had taken off with Robert by herself, with the group of crew, to go meet up with Susanna and figure out what was going on. Meanwhile, the rest of the group was kind of hanging around, waiting for him, not doing a whole lot. Long story short, you guys made your way to the abandoned theater where you had planned to meet with Robert and Teague if they had taken too long, which was indeed the case. After lots of suspicion and things like that, you guys thought maybe you were being followed. Cinder decided to hang out outside and keep an eye out. Eventually, when you guys arrived, Teak was already there, but Robert and Susanna were not in sight. And during your long, drawn-out discussion of what you guys were going to do with Susanna and Robert, you were approached by a unknown group that had apparently been watching you, as they mentioned something about two half-orcs. After a very brief conversation with lots of words being thrown around and Eric really running his mouth for the rest of the group, a fight broke out. During this fight, many things happened. A lot of you guys went down. Eric had used both of the fireballs from his fireball necklace and set the entanglement and the building on fire. And at the end of the day, it took a while, but Cinder and Robert came to back you guys up, and you defeated all but two of these random people. But not without a price. Currently, Teak, Gustav, Philia are all unconscious. They've been knocked out. And Cinder has taken off, chasing one of the people who's fleeing, and another one ran off clean in another direction. We pick up with our pal Cinder, who is currently chasing one of these unknown assailants. Cinder, last thing that happened is he started to sprint full blast away from you, and you took a slice at him, doing 1 damage. And at this point, you've seen the flames. You don't exactly know what's happened to all your friends because you didn't get incredibly close. You were cut off by this guy, but you've taken to running after him. What would you like to do, sir? You are currently probably out on the street now, I would say, because you guys run pretty far and around in this game with a full run. I think you both have kind of made your way outside. You're moving at a similar speed. Yeah. You're out on the streets. What would you like to do?
I would like to... am I close to the guy?
I mean, yeah, you guys are pretty much running neck and neck right now.
But essentially I can't do anything because we're just like turn for turn running at the same pace, right?
Well, you definitely could. I mean, if you have anything in your inventory you'd like to use against him, or we can just jump straight into kind of opposed checks to see who's outrunning who. Maybe you want to try and bull rush him and tackle him or something like that if you get a good enough roll for it. You know, you tell me. You have options, but wow, that song ended abruptly. Yeah, you have options. You're pretty much have just made your way out into the street, and you're chasing this guy who's just running full steam ahead.
Can I charge him?
Sure. Are you gonna like try and tackle him or what? Or you just want to like charge and attack him?
Sure, I'll try to tackle him.
Okay. And so I mean, pretty much what you'll do is a command check versus his defense on it.
That one?
Yeah, combat maneuver. That's what it is. Okay. I'm almost positive higher than he's even possible of having. Let me pull up your sheet real quick here, though. Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much at this point, you guys are running full blast down the street. And you guys were kind of crawling through this crumbling building, trying to make your way out into the street. And with one large burst, you manage to, charge into him and tackle him to the ground. And you've got him grappled here now for the moment. What would you like to do?
Want to... God damn it, do I have anything?
Well, while you're thinking...
Okay, yeah, I'll think.
He is going to attempt to break free of your grapple. What's your CMD?
15.
Yeah. So this guy, he looks pretty pretty determined to get away. Like, he's pissed. Like, you've tackled him, you've grabbed him, and as you guys are struggling on the ground, he uses his foot to kick you straight in the face. And he is going to... He can't move too far, but he's going to try and move out of your range, which, I mean, if you'd like, you could try and attack him with an attack of opportunity.
Of course. Would love to try that.
Okay. Yeah. So you bring your sword down on this guy, and you like slash across his back, and this time it's not like last time. Like, he's not moving as far or as fast. And through his kind of padded cloth, your elven blade just cuts through it like a hot knife through butter. And you kind of hear him scream out like, "Ah!" And as he runs forward, but as he screams, even though it's late at night, what few people there are on the street, you two are starting to attract a crowd. You can see people are kind of like gasping as you two were just squirming on the ground, and now this man has just been slashed across his back by you, drawing blood in the street.
Great. Okay. I want to try to, I guess, tackle him again. And can I try to intimidate him in the same round?
I don't know if you could try and do it in the same round. You could intimidate You could try and like intimidate him now.
I want to try and intimidate him now. I want to say... You know this is gonna end bad for you. You better stop running, and I'll stop slashing.
Okay. Make me your... Ow. Yeah, you see this guy... He's taken this large slash to his back, and... He doesn't look... I like that they're making fun of him already. That's good. Yeah, he looks tired and beat down, and you've wounded him pretty badly, and he's just like, "Oi, oi!" And he kind of puts his hands up. But as this is happening, you hear the ringing of the bell start happening. And it looks like word has spread quickly that there's some sort of kerfuffle, and you probably would recognize this bell as like the guardsman's bell. So they've been warned. They're en route. But this man has thrown his hands up in surrender.
Great. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this.
Get them to help us carry the the unconscious people out.
I mean, it's probably at this same time that you're looking around, trying to figure out what to do, and you can see that you don't see flames, but there's just this large cloud of black smoke just coming up from this abandoned theater at this point.
Okay. I would like to use my message spell and then message the guy that's surrendered. Step a little bit closer as well. So I get within, like, I don't know, closer distance, within 5 feet. And I want to ask him, so what was all that about? Who sent you?
He looks kind of confused as he stares at you, and your mouth isn't moving. And he's kind of just somewhat panicking as he's bleeding in the middle of the street.
Is the combat over?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's not really any combat anymore. He's bleeding in the middle of the street, and he looks scared and confused by hearing your voice and your mouth not moving, and he's like, "Oh God, I'm hallucinating already. I'm losing so much blood." I need a doctor. Half-orc, man. Bring me a doctor.
I'll message him again and I'll say, alright, I'll bring you a doctor. But how about you, come and help me put that fire out there.
I'm too wounded. I can't even see you moving your lips. Are you even talking to me? What's happening?
And then I'll talk to him. I'll say, "Yes, I'm talking to you. Follow me, will you? Hurry up."
Don't you want me to go back in there?
I like kind of grab his arm a little bit. Or yeah, just like grab him by the hand or something. And say, "Come on, let's go."
He's not going willingly.
Okay.
He's put down his weapons, but he's like all freaked out and he's bleeding pretty badly.
And there's people watching.
Yeah. I mean, there are definitely people watching at this point.
All right. If there's people watching, I'm gonna say to all the people, "Don't let this man go anywhere. He just started that fire over there. People are still inside. They're probably burning alive."
You hear gasping. Make me a diplomacy check. Not the most convincing thing you've ever done. People still seem to be in a shock as like you're a not so pleasant looking half orc man in a not half orc world, and you've just brutally slashed this man and are like are threatening his life and intimidating him. People don't seem to be overly convinced with your story. They just seem more concerned with everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright. I'm gonna head back to the theater.
Okay, you just leave the guy there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of just fallen to the ground on his knees. He looks pretty wounded and beat up. Eric, you've just seen Cinder take off outside towards chasing after this guy, and Gustav is following him, and you're following Gustav, and as Gustav is making it to the edge of the stage, he just collapses, completely unconscious.
I think like Eric's gonna be like running after them. As Gustav passes out, he's gonna like panic and look back down to Gustav, and then be confused because like, why did Cinder keep running off? Like, and then he's gonna try and look back at how far away the fire is from Teak and Celia.
It's getting there. It's spreading, and you see Robert over there, and he has his hands cupped around his mouth as he's yelling, "Susanna! Susanna!" He looks like he's looking around for her.
Because Gustav looks like he's pretty far away from the fire for now, Eric's gonna run back to Celia and Teak.
Okay. What would you like to do with Philia and Teak's unconscious bodies, you disgusting pervert?
Is there any way I can like drag them?
Yeah, you can start dragging them, but you're not very strong.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be a slow process for you.
He's gonna like look to Robin and be like, "Go find Susanna, or at least try and help me carry these guys out."
I think he's kind of looking in a panic, and he looks around and he's like, "Alright, help them with your friends real quick. But then we have to get Susanna. This could be the opportunity we're looking for. You just killed a bunch of people, including a woman."
Alright. So is he like agreeing to help me drag them first and then go back and find Susanna?
Yeah, you see him walk over, and he's quite a bit stronger than you, and he starts, with you dragging Teek's body? Where are you trying to drag him to?
Just like halfway towards Gustav, because I want to run back and grab the woman's body.
Okay.
We don't want the woman to catch fire like too fast. Like we want to make sure like she burns in the right way, I guess.
So,
I know.
Okay, so yeah, you start dragging you and Robin together, make quick work of dragging these the unconscious bodies of Philia and Teek over to the other side of the pit.
Eric's gonna go back and look for the woman's body.
Yeah, it's there.
He's gonna try and drag it away from the fire and be like, "Oh wait, here, go get Susanna."
Okay, yeah, Robin looks to the body and looks to you and just gives you a nod and starts yelling again, Susanna! And, yeah, he runs off. What are you doing in the meantime with your pals?
Is the woman wearing any armor?
She sure is.
I'm gonna remove the armor. And if she's got underclothes on, leave the underclothes on.
Oh my god. What a disgusting pervert.
Hey! He's a doctor! She's a dead body!
Wow.
That's still illegal.
She's got to burn in the right way.
Necrophilia, apparently, as well.
No, she has to wear Susanna's clothing. At least something that doesn't make her look like a freaking ruffian.
Okay, you don't have to justify your roleplay fetish. Just get this over with.
Alright, so Zion...
Stop king-shaming me.
Jesus. So Eric starts dragging this body and undressing it in the middle of the crowd. Unbelievable.
It was still inside.
Or sorry, inside, I mean. I just mean in the middle of all of the flames and everything. Meanwhile, Robin's run off. Are you doing anything else or just tending to this body?
I think he might try call out for Cinder.
Okay.
And he's gonna keep checking on the flame. So like if the flame gets a little bit closer, he'll drag like the body a little bit far away and stuff like that.
As you're dragging the body and calling out for Cinder and trying to, come in, Cinder, you return and you see the first thing you see is an unconscious Gustav, but then as you look up further, you see Eric undressing a dead woman's corpse.
I'm keeping the armor, by the way. I need Susanna to wear it.
Okay.
Yeah, which most of her clothing is armor, so at this point, she's pretty much not wearing much.
Okay. I quickly run over to Gustav.
Yeah, he's on the ground, and he is unconscious.
Instinctively, because it is Gustav, I run over and slide in the way, and then oh, Gustav, are you okay? And I touch his shoulder and cure light wounds.
Okay, roll me your healing for cure light wounds.
Hey.
9 health. How far in the negative are you, Abel?
12.
Okay, so, yeah, he's stabilized, but he's still unconscious. You see, he was just, bleeding everywhere out of, his body. He was on death's door, pretty much. And, as you cast Cure Light Wounds, you see a lot of his wounds start healing up and things like that. But he's still unconscious.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Must
he
be
was
in a bad
run
way.
ragged. He was stabbed 10 times. Big old halberd gashes out of his armor and him and stuff.
Alright. And then, so Gustav, Eric's undressing a lady. What's
Eric is
Robin
undressing
doing?
Robin, you can't see him, but every once in a while, off in the distance, you just hear Susanna.
Okay. It looks like there's a good distance between these guys and the fire at the moment, or what's the deal?
A pretty good distance. Yeah, I mean it's definitely spreading and the fire is getting worse, but like this is a big theater, so the fire is almost crawling up a little bit faster than it is down.
Right,
so like
right.
you're safe for the moment, but the top is filling up with smoke and eventually the fire is going to start burning away structural integrity from the top, so things could start collapsing in on you guys.
Alright, well...
I mean, it's definitely not a dire situation. It's not a lollygagging moment.
Okay. Well, I guess... so I've heard... What's his name call out Susanna? I'll like go in the direction of where I heard the voice.
Okay, so you just leave Gustav there and run off towards Robin's voice?
Yep.
Okay.
Yelling out or calling for Susanna as well.
Alright. So you're making your own search for Susanna.
Yep.
Okay, great. Can you roll me a perception check?
I can.
Eric, are you doing anything after
Will it
you
be
see
good
Cinder stop by Gustav and run off towards him, or?
Is he just dragging Gustav out, right?
No, he laid his hand on Gustav, and you can see Gustav doesn't look as terrible as he used to, but he's still unconscious. And then Cinder, a moment after you hear Robin call out for Susanna, you hear Cinder kind of look up and walk off in that direction, or run off, I should say.
Eric's gonna yell, Cinder, where are you going?
I guess Cinder ignores you.
Do I hear it? Yes.
I mean, yeah, as you're getting up, Eric, as you're walking off, Eric says this to you.
What's his name?
Robin?
Robin.
Eric?
Robin's looking for Susanna, is he not?
The flames are gonna reach us. Help me drag them out at least.
Oh, wait, so Eric's there dragging the other two out? I thought Eric was undressing somebody.
Eric is undressing
but
somebody.
The flames are still approaching. Like, you're
Teak-
just leaving like 3 people. Can't carry
Teak
them.
and Philia are there, unconscious, and Eric is undressing a corpse.
Drag him out? What the hell are you doing? You really think it's a
This is
time
for
for
afterwards.
looting?
I'm not looting. This is Savannah.
That's Susanna?
No, this is for Susanna.
I'm very confused. Are you gonna give her armor or something?
He's just gonna look back like, we have a dead body of a woman.
Right. And we have fire. Toss it in the fire. What? I don't understand what you're doing.
You need to give her clothes that would look like she's Susanna.
Well, what do you want me to do then?
Help me drag out Teak and stuff. He's just gonna like sigh and then just like start dragging Ophelia out by himself.
Okay. So you finish undressing the corpses, you're conversing with Cinder, and then get frustrated and start dragging Philia's body towards Gustav's.
Yeah.
Alright.
Run over and grab Teak.
Alright, Teak's pretty heavy, but yeah, I mean, you're able to drag her. Let me make a couple rollios here. Mm-hmm. Wow. Oh, okay. Cool. That works out. Alright, so, you guys are dragging these bodies, moving them around. What do you do after you pile up everybody's undead bodies? And are you moving the dead woman's body too?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the dead woman's body with me.
Okay, so you've made this pile of corpses over here. Well,
some corpses, running
unconscious bodies.
No, as in wherever Cinder's gonna run off to, I'm gonna follow him with the dead body.
Oh, well, good luck. I mean, Cinder, after you help Eric, are you going to go and try and help Robert, or what?
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. So I guess I'll look to Eric and say, alright, you can handle these from here, right?
I just need you to bring back Susanna, that's all.
That's what I was going to do in the first place.
But now the bodies are out of danger, well, more danger.
And I take off.
I'm gonna try and slowly run after him with this body over his shoulder.
Yeah, you're moving pretty slow. You're a weakling, man, but you're following somewhat. And Cinder, you stop hearing the names being called out, and eventually you're running through this old theater, and the flames are spreading, and the halls are filling up with smoke, and you're kind of coughing as you're moving through. But you come across Robert, and it looks like he's holding someone's head in his hands, and as you get there, he just turns their head, and looks like he snaps it. Meanwhile, in the doorway, there's another body kind of propped up on a longsword that Susanna is holding. It looks like there's a couple more people that you guys didn't see. But they have been eliminated. Robert looks like he took a couple hits. He's pretty beat up, and so is Susanna. But you guys do manage to find them. And you can see Robert kind of turns to you guys, winded and exhausted. Is your friends okay?
For now, but we still gotta get him out of the theater. Are you alright?
I think so. Susanna, okay. She gives a nod and says, yes.
Oh, Susanna, nice to meet you. Eric! Susanna's up here!
Yeah, and
he's still struggling. I don't think he's close.
Eric is struggling, and from a way away, you guys can just kind of hear
I still have arrows inside me.
Yeah, he's all beat up and has arrows in him, and he's trying to move this body. But yeah, Susanna looks to you, Cinder. Are there any more of them?
That I could see.
Good. think it's time we should go. She kind of steps up, and you can see she has like a sheath and puts her sword away, and she has like her shield on her side.
Oh, before you go, Susanna, you might want to leave something of value behind, something that could be identified as something that you owned.
Can Eric hear this?
Preferably something that doesn't burn too much in a fire, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Robin kind of looks to Susanna and he's like, Sandra's right. We need to leave something behind so to be able to tell who we are. Otherwise, they want to know who the corpses belong to. Which reminds me, Susanna, we should move fast. It's only burning. Just get down there. And she kind of nods, and they both clasp hands and start moving quickly down towards where you guys came from. But eventually, the first person they bump into is you, Eric, who's essentially carrying this half-naked woman's corpse.
And the armor.
Oh, you have the armor with you as well.
Yeah.
Good lord. Okay, yeah, so you're barely moving. And they kind of stop as they bump into you, and they're like, you just hear Susanna like, and Robin's just like, oh.
He's gonna like try and throw the armor at Susanna, but like swap with her clothes.
Right here, right now? What do you mean? So maybe just a bit of privacy, please.
Eric will close his eyes.
And then you see Robert's kind of like, but you only brought her, but what about me? You need a body for me too. And as he's like saying this, he's like taking the armor off of you and giving it to Susanna, who like Cinder, as you catch up, you see Susanna pretty much like undressing in this hallway as Eric just has his arms out with like shit in it, like gear in his corpse, and his eyes are closed. And then like as you kind of catch up, Robin's like, oh there! Maybe cover your eyes there, friend. So what's going on here?
Eric's gonna like put the body down and just be like, he's gonna like feel his way back the other way, like going down the stairs or whatever, or like whichever he came from. He's like, I'll go get another one. Just bring her down. Just bring the lady down with you, as in not Susanna, but the dead body.
Maybe we just come to you and the bodies, just to make sure it doesn't get taken by the flames.
Yeah, he'll turn around, like feel his way out, and as soon as he knows he won't see Susanna, he'll like run out.
Yeah, and Cinder Robin's pretty much like standing in front of you, trying to obstruct your view of Susanna.
Yeah, you just kind of like head down to the side or whatever.
The whole time he's like moving with you as a human shield. It's like, give the woman some privacy, please, Jesus. Cover your eyes, shield your eyes or something.
Oh my god. I don't think we really have much time for that. Come on.
Ah, she's a lady.
Of course she's a lady.
Just go. Just go.
Where do you want me to
help
go?
him.
What am I doing?
Let's go help Eric.
To help Eric? What?
Carry drag the body out. Cha! So got to drag this body now too, because Eric brought it up here for some reason.
Well, that's what I
you need to
wasn't
put
sure what the hell he was
clothes on
doing.
her.
Anyway, fine. I'll take the body, and I grab the body by the ankle, and I just like drag it
Oh,
by the
Jesus.
ankle.
Yeah, as you're like dragging it, you get to like the stairs, and the head's just hitting every step on the way down, and like more blood's coming out of this dead body. But like eventually, Susanna comes out, and she's now in like this kind of woman's clothes. She got some like quilted armor, or like Under Armour, and then like some arm guards and stuff like that. Like it's pretty low key, but she looks different enough. And she comes out with her clothes, and they catch up to you, Eric, and finds you first and is like, right, which one of these? I suppose give me one of the ones with the armor.
Yeah,
Or
he
maybe
probably
not.
would have run down and started stripping the biggest one.
Alright. Yeah. Start stripping that one, I'll help you. And he's like trying to take the armor off of it and get the body unclothed. Meanwhile,
Where's
Cinder,
your
you.
clothes?
What?
He's asking Robin where his clothes are.
It's like, oh, come on! I haven't stripped down just yet. And he's planning on running in out of here naked.
So nod. Did you bring the lady down?
Yeah, Cinder's got her.
Okay.
But Susanna's got to put her clothes on the woman.
Okay.
And Cinder, you've got this kind of bloody, unconscious body dragged by the ankles, and Susanna catches up to you, and she's just kind of looks at you and then looks at the body. She's like, what? Not.
What?
What have you done?
What do you mean?
This is still a body you treated with such disrespect.
Excuse me? You realize we're about to throw this body and leave it in the fire, right?
Yes, I understand
Okay.
what's happening. But still, it's not very nice. She just looks kind of disgruntled.
Cinder looks
As
a bit
she's, like-
confused, and then
She's putting her clothes on this corpse, and you see the last thing she does is she like takes off this gold chain necklace she has and kind of looks into it, and it's got like a picture inside of it as she opens it up, and she like sheds a tear for a moment and wraps it around this woman's neck. Meanwhile, you've got this other guy out of his armor and stuff, Eric, and then Robert looks to you and he's like, privacy, please. You gave it to Susanna. Maybe give it to me.
Eric will just close his eyes.
Just can't turn around or nothing, can you?
Eric will
Don't
turn
trust
around
it.
as well.
All right. And Robert
Don't
starts
stab
getting
me.
Undressed.
does Cinder see or hear any of this?
Yeah, probably.
Cinder just yells out, "Get on with it, will you? There's nothing to see anyway."
What do you mean? There's plenty to see. I don't trust Eric. Seems like a strange man. A man who would try and sneak a peek, you know what I mean?
Nobody wants to sneak a peek of you or die.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that. I look to Susanna
See?
and say that.
Your friend knows. Susanna just kind of has like a in shock look on her face still a little bit, and she's just like a little embarrassed. And then under her breath she says, I could see that. I could see him sneaking a peek.
Why? I'm just trying to help.
So yeah, after some time, like Robin puts on this suit of armor and he leaves his stuff there. I think the only thing he keeps is his weapon. But he leaves all of his robes and all of those things, and puts his clothes onto this corpse. And looks around and it's just like he's thinking for a second. He's like, alright. I think that's everything then.
He's gonna look over to Cinder and be like, did she put something valuable on his body?
Aye, she did something like that. Anyway, you lot sort out the finances of all of this riffraff. I'm gonna go and remove our friends from this building.
Eric will start putting the bodies into the fire.
Okay. And I think as you come back to one of the bodies, you see Robin just pull out this coin purse and drops it on the floor next to you.
Eric's gonna sigh and pick it up.
We have to go before it's too late. I imagine you can take care of the rest of this.
He's like, just help me drag your fake body and her fake body into the fire. The rest don't matter.
All right, then. He helps you real quick, and as he's helping you, it's like, we don't have much time. We need
Then
to
run.
go, Susanna and I, before anyone gets here. If you ever need me, you might be able to find me in the free marches.
Oh Lord, 3 marches.
In the meantime, we have to get a boat out of Cairn. Not to be telling anybody anything. Good luck
I don't
to
think we
you.
would now. Good luck. And he's gonna like.
Yeah, you see him kind of grab Susanna and wrap his arm around her, and they both start kind of making their way out of the building in a panic.
He's gonna like push the other bodies into the fire to be like, I don't peek.
Everyone knows that Eric tried to sneak a peek.
Okay.
Canon.
Would be up here.
Cinder, you are trying to gather up your friends' bodies and everything, and all this stuff, and you kind of see Susanna and Robin make their way out incognito in their new clothes. Poor Teak. If only you'd stayed conscious. Okay. So what are you guys doing? Like, are you just gonna try and drag your friends out onto the street and wait for help to come, or what?
Are we done pushing all the bodies into the fire?
I mean, yeah, at this point, it's just your 3 friends left. You don't know where any of the other people went.
Yeah, let's go out into the street.
Yeah.
Or any exit, any close exit.
Okay. I mean, I think by this time, there's large groups of people that have started gathering, including townspeople, and there's people like throwing water on the building and guards and all this stuff, trying to douse the flames from the outside. And I think, like, as you guys are dragging your friends' bodies out, some people definitely are noticing you guys coming out of these flames. Are you guys doing anything in particular, or like, are you trying to remain incognito? Are you trying to get help? What do you
I
guys want to
think-
do?
After we drag them out, we're gonna try and see if someone can help us carry them to like the doctor or something. At least like one person, because there's like 3 bodies and 2 of us.
Okay. So you're looking for help.
Oh, we can get the guy that Cinder beat up. I'm a doctor. He might follow me.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, Philly, that's a good idea.
All right, so you guys, drag these bodies out, or the unconscious bodies, and like you're calling for help and things like that, and eventually some people come over and like help pull you guys out, and some of the guards are helping you, and one says to the other, like, these people need medical attention immediately. Let's get them taken care of.
I think Eric's gonna be like, there's more people in there.
How many?
I
Are they
lost count.
okay? Are they
I
alive?
don't think so. I can't see that far.
Good lord.
I think the fire's been spreading for a while.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, they kind of drag you guys out and get you situated. And you start seeing some guards and officials headed into the building. looks like they're going to try and help whoever they can. And not before long, you start seeing like people being pushed back from the building as the fire spreads. And you guys are kind of being escorted away. Your friends put in stretchers, taken towards the local clinic. And like as you guys are leaving this area, you see like a large storm cloud start forming over the building, and just like this weird concentrated area of rain just coming down on top of it. And you see like there's some people in some very nice expensive robes out there, and it looks like they're using magic to try and stop this building from burning to the ground. But you guys are nearly out of sight by the time you see this happening, and you kind of escape the chaos towards one of the clinics with the guards.
I'm gonna look over at Cinder and be like, "You're right."
Aye. How are you?
I think I need to sleep.
I think we both do. How's,
He's gonna
how's Philia and Teak?
You'll check their breathing.
Yeah, as you're both still pretty wounded yourselves, and you're walking with these guards, your friends in stretchers, and as you check them, you can see that they're breathing and they're conscious, but they're in pretty rough shape.
I think they'll be fine.
How far to the medic from here? Asking
One of the guards
Yeah.
turns and he's like, "There's a clinic not 5 minutes from here. Your friends will be okay there." What the hell happened in there?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I was just passing by and saw the flame. Went in there to help out. It was a bunch of, I don't know, people were in there running about. Some people were already unconscious on the floor. I don't know what went on.
Can you make me a bluff check?
Is it a bluff check though? We'll see. Okay.
You'll find out why. Okay. The same guard kind of looks to you and he's like, "My goodness. It sounds like you did a good thing. Now, some people outside the old theatre were talking about a half-orc that was trying to kill a man outside. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?"
Oh, I do know about that. And I wasn't trying to kill the bloke, but like I said, passing by, ran in there. People were already on the ground unconscious. That fella was one of the people I saw stab somebody before he left. Chased him out. Again.
I see.
I made sure that he was wounded enough to not get very far, so that the good authorities of this city could take care of it.
Well, it's quite a kind thing of you to do for people that you don't even know.
Eric's gonna reach out and put a hand on Cinder's shoulder, like, "Thank you."
And Hughes was in there when
all this happened?
Eric's gonna nod.
Looks to you, Eric.
So what happened? Why was this man trying to kill you and your friends? If that's
They were
who
trying
these
to
people
rob
are.
us.
Rob you, eh?
He'll nod.
Bastards. All this for a bit of coin. How'd the fire happen?
I think there was a mage.
The magic user at that. Robbing people. Dangerous business. Can you
Eric
make
will
me
nod.
a bluff check, Eric?
Shit. Sorry, just opening my sheet. Oh god!
There's quite a lot of you to be getting robbed in there. Did you have something that they were looking for in particular? How many of them were there?
He's gonna like try and like count on his finger. How many of them are there?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm trying to remember. There was
Oh.
the woman that ran away, the man that Cinder stopped outside. Then there was the fake Robin and Susanna, and then 3 other dudes or 2 other dudes. He's literally gonna like sit there and like count on his fingers.
Okay, he's just staring at you as you count on your fingers.
I think there were about 6 of them.
6 of them, eh?
He'll nod.
It's a lot of people to be coming after you. These shows just for money.
He's gonna be like, I don't have anything else.
And you must have a lot of money.
Not that I'm aware of.
Interesting. Well, at least your friends are okay.
He's like, thank you again for your help.
Sure. It's what we do here. Part of the God.
And he kind of remains fairly quiet after that. And, after a few more minutes, you guys reach this clinic. And, it's a pretty rundown building. Doesn't look like they have a huge amount of funding, and, the medicine at the time's not the best in the world. But eventually, you make it there with your friends, and you get brought in, and their stretchers are kind of set down on these kind of stands that turn them into makeshift cots. And there's some other wounded people there. You can see all sorts. Not a ton of people. It's just like this long kind of barracks of cots, and there's only like 2 people to 30 wounded. And eventually this older man comes over, kind of graying, wild hair, and looks at you guys. Why, hello there. What seems to be the problem with your friends?
They're unconscious and pretty injured.
Ah. I see, multiple lacerations. You in a bit of a scuffle then?
He'll nod.
This have anything to do with that fire over yonder?
He'll nod again.
Interesting.
Can you help us?
Well, I suppose I can, but help isn't necessarily free.
How much would it cost?
Ah, depends on the situation your friends are in. But, judging by a quick look, I'd say 5 gold pieces a head.
Would it be cheaper if I helped you out?
Well, I'm afraid, can't let anyone off the street come in here and help. Even if you may be qualified.
Give the guy 5 gold. Here, start with this one here. Point to Gustav.
Okay. He says, "Ah! A reasonable man." And he, takes the 5 gold pieces out of your hand and stashes them in a little pouch. And the guards kind of turn to you guys. And the one says, "Do the lot of you plan on going anywhere anytime soon?"
I mean, I don't think we're in any shape to.
Could I get your names? I'm afraid we'll probably want to be talking to you more about what happened back here.
We'll come to the guard captain tomorrow.
That doesn't change that I need your names and the location of where you'll be staying.
He'll nod. Eric.
Okay, Eric, what?
He looks at you very suspiciously as you don't immediately answer his question as to what your last name is.
Astern. I said it.
Oh, I did not hear it.
Oh, my bad.
I didn't hear it either. I think you forgot to press to talk.
Oh.
And then he turns to you, Cinder.
And your name, sir?
Cinder. Targan.
And your friends' names?
I look to Eric.
Oh, he'll point to Philia. Philia, and then he'll point to Teak. Teak, and this is Gustav.
None of them have surnames then?
I think Philia's is something long, and I don't know the other 2 surnames.
Something long as in?
Really don't. When you come speak to us again, she'll tell you herself.
Okay.
And the guard, you can see, like, he has like a little pad out. He seems to be a more educated guard for sure. And he keeps looking. He looks at you and then looks down the pad and takes some little notes, and then does the same to Cinder and everyone else in the group. And then eventually puts his pad away. And eventually he says,
Alright then, and where do you plan on spending the night?
The closest inn, if not here.
And which inn would that be?
Oh, we spending the
Iron
night at the
Candle?
Iron Candle.
Iron Candle, alright. And, okay. If we don't find you there, we'll find you here. As you said, we'll be expecting you tomorrow.
No, not. See you
Fair
there.
enough. Hopefully. Hopefully we don't have to come looking for you.
You won't.
Best of luck to you and your friends. And,
Thank you very much.
I kind of give you a nod and turn around and walk off out into the city. And this doctor is kind of still looking Gustav over. And you can see he's, And after a moment, he gets like some herbs and balms and things like that, and starts cleaning up Gustav. And he has to like start taking off Gustav's armor and stuff to get to all of his wounds, but he starts cleaning them up a bit. And like as he's doing it, he kind of says over his shoulder to you, both of you, and he's like, "All right. Well, your friend is it's come back soon. But what about your other friends?"
Eric will hand over 10 gold.
Perfect. And kind of
How
takes
much
the...
money did you give me?
Who?
Robin?
Gave you the 500 gold pieces
Okay.
that he promised. So yeah, the doctor takes some time and like patches up your friends. And after probably like 20 minutes or so of them getting worked on, they fade back into consciousness. Philia, Gustav, Teak, you guys, the last thing you remember is being in this brutal battle and flames everywhere, and the next thing you see is kind of waking up inside this worn down little clinic with this bizarre
Did
physician
Gustav wake
standing
up for
over
a
you
brief
guys.
moment after the guy was finished?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Teak was unconscious before the explosion, huh? That's pretty classy.
So we're all awake now?
Yeah, you're all awake inside this clinic, and you just see this kind of strange guy and Cinder and Eric.
Oh, what happened?
I'll explain later.
Take a look around. Looks like at least the 5 of us made it out alright.
That's right.
Are the guards still there?
No, they've left.
Yeah, alright. Let's get back to the wine candle.
Hold on there. Your friends are in a rough condition. You shouldn't be going anywhere for a bit.
Eric's gonna look over at the doctor like, how much money does it cost to get this stuff taken out of me?
I'd suppose I could do that. You just need them removed, eh? Hey. 2 gold pieces.
He'll hand over 2 gold pieces. Be gentle.
Okay. Yeah, he like starts, getting prepped, and it's not very gentle, It's like he has to like snap off some of the arrows and like pull the heads out, and like one of the arrows went through part of your arm, so he like breaks off at one side and has to pull it through the rest of the way because the head won't come out. It's not pleasant, but he does.
Yeah, Eric's probably just like yelling and screaming.
Yeah, he does try and get you patched up to the best of his abilities, which is not spectacular, but it's quick and dirty.
Do I have all my stuff?
Yeah, like you're not wearing all of your armor right now, but some of it's just next to your cot. Like you probably don't have like your helmet on or your chest piece on or anything, so you had to get through to all of your wounds.
Right.
You probably got your torso is probably mostly bandaged up right now, but you know you have your things.
Cool. Right. We stay in here then.
Well, the doctor says some of them aren't awake.
At least for a time. I wouldn't recommend leaving too soon.
He's gonna look at like you guys, and be like, "You hungry? I can go get food."
I think that's a lovely idea. I would like some hot soup.
He'll nod. You guys, and he's gonna look at like the team.
I think I could eat some hot soup, yeah.
Anything meaty?
Sure. I'll look over to a very quiet Teak and Philia.
You just hear Teek's stomach growl.
I'll
I
bring a
think they
bunch.
all should eat.
He'll like nod and like. I'm assuming he's probably wrapped himself up to like prevent the bleeding.
Yeah, you're wrapped up a bit and just touched up.
He'll leave his suitcase with Gustav. And be like, Cinder, I'm gonna go get us some food.
Alright.
I'll probably head to like the Iron Candle or something, or whatever restaurant he can go and buy food from.
Yeah, there's probably like a weird kind of market stall thing with like food and stuff not far away.
Yeah, he might just ask the doctor, "What's the closest food joint?"
There's stalls and things outside.
We're not
You
in,
find
like-
people are selling soup. We got some food here, but it's quite nasty. I wouldn't recommend it.
I'll get you some as well. And he'll run off. Or barely walk off.
Yeah. Cinder, Teak, Philia, Gustav, you guys doing anything in the meantime, or just
So we're no longer unconscious.
you're no longer
Yeah, we haven't been
unconscious.
unconscious for a while.
You've woken up inside of a clinic with a strange doctor, and only Cinder and Eric are there. You don't see Susanna or Robert or anything.
Teek, just like the first time that she was rescued, she's really silent. She looks contemplative, like, oh, I was saved again? A second time? What?
Get used to it, Teak.
Philia's gonna look at her wounds, go to the back, like grab some honey, and like try to patch herself up.
Yeah, a lot of your wounds already have like herbs and supplements and stuff that you may be somewhat familiar with. Even some of them have a little honey mixed in there already.
Philia's very impressed with the workmanship here.
They've done a pretty good job patching you up and trying to get you stabilized. And you know you're all a little weak still, but you're in pretty good shape.
And I'll message every one of them and say, like, Teak, Gustav, and Philia, and say, best not to say anything about what happened there. Just pretend you can't remember anything for now.
Philia's gonna use a message and message back, what alibi did you have?
Well, I was just a passerby that saw a building on fire, went in to help.
What was Eric's alibi?
Something about being in there and being robbed.
Meanwhile, Teak is gonna say out loud, Teak not remember?
The doctor kind of looks at you puzzled. And then he's like, "Oh, dear child. It's okay not to remember."
Philia's gonna try to stand up, get off her bed, and
Oh, please, no.
Philia's gonna be like, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine."
Just rest, please. It's you don't need to get up.
I can see from the bandages that you have already done more than enough. I'm very grateful. And then she's gonna be like, "Don't worry, I can handle myself." Can she roll something so it looks like she's perfectly fine?
Oh god, yeah. Sure. Wait, let me see, where is this junk? It would be the endurance save one, or whatever it is. Or what do we got? I can't remember the saves. There's 3 of them.
Fortitude, will, and reflex.
Yeah. I would almost say it's probably a fortitude save. Yeah.
What about all of Philia's willpower?
Make me a fortitude save. Willpower is pretty good, but it does you no good if your body is actually physically incapable of moving. Oh, good job. Yeah. You attempt to stand up and look like you're feeling fine. Pretty much as you do, you just crumble, you collapse to the floor in a ball. You thought you could get up and do fine, but your wounds are pretty significant, and the doctor's just he's in shock, and he's just
I gotta help her up.
He's leans over, yeah. Oh, you're gonna get out of bed too, and he sees you. He sees you getting up, and he's like, no, just lie down. Just stay calm.
Philia's not getting up. I'm just gonna ignore him and try to help
Philia's
her.
gonna get up.
He's trying to help Philia up and back into the bed.
Philia's gonna get up.
Yeah,
Get out.
He's helping
We
you
all
up.
try to get up.
He's helping you up to your feet and putting you back into the bed, pretty much.
Philia's gonna look slightly embarrassed, look down, and say thank you.
Of course. Of course, of course. Oh, please. All of you, you must remain in your beds. It's best to rest just for a little while longer. I know you're all big, strapping adventurers. Please, just stay there. Wait for your friend to bring you some food.
Alright.
But why Teak not remember? She's looking straight at Cinder.
Well,
Philia's
sometimes...
Oh, sorry.
Oh no! Sometimes, young lady, traumatic events. Something may have hit you in the head, or done some sort of damage, and you may not remember everything. What is the last thing that you remember?
I message her again. You doing good, Teak? Keep pretending you don't remember.
What? Teak? No. Teak, what? Why?
Please, just calm down.
Honestly.
Philia's gonna be like, don't worry about it, Tika. She's gonna sing a quiet little lullaby for Tika so she calms down.
Boy, oh boy.
Quiet, Tika. Don't give anything away.
Teak, make that will save.
Don't. I'm gonna say that I do this very quietly, so it only. Crap. But it's a pretty damn good performance.
It's a pretty good performance, but unfortunately, Teak is like too confused and concerned with everything happening around her right now. Gustav, on the other hand, though, is kind of gets into the lullaby.
Tell Teak why Teak not remember.
Philia's gonna look frustrated. And then she's like, Gustav, don't you start drifting off. That was for Teak. And then Philia's gonna be like, it's completely fine. We can talk about it once we get back to the inn.
Oh,
But Teak,
No. Don't worry. Don't freak out. Don't ask questions. It's fine. You're hungry, right? Your tummy started to growl. We can just get you some food. Don't worry about it, okay, Teak?
Your friend is right. Just gotta stay there and stay calm.
Teak. Wait, what is the bed?
What's the bed made out of?
Is it wood by perchance?
Most of it is like this kind of weird well, not weird, but it's kind of like a rough coarse linen fabric thing, but it is stretched in between two pieces of wood, but the wood is covered by the rungs of the fabric for the most part.
And there's no wood nearby. Is the floor wooded?
I mean, the floor is wood, and the supports that are holding up the main cot are wood, but most of your cot is made from a linen.
Okay, she is then going to roll on the floor and start breathing in the wood smell.
So you're gonna roll off of your cot onto the ground and start rolling up. Okay.
Not rolling, just face plant, and she just breathes in, breathes out, very deep breaths as she smells the wood.
Philia's gonna look at the doctor and be like,
Make me a fortitude check as you do this.
She just knocks herself unconscious again. This is great. I love this.
Okay. Not terrible. Like, you roll off and, like, as you hit the ground, you can, like, some of your wounds definitely, you feel it, but then you're, like, kind of sniffing in the ground, and the doctor's like, no!
Philia's just gonna, like, put a hand down and be like, she feels more comfortable when she's closer to wooden objects. She lived in the woods most of her life, so it gives her some comfort.
It's not good for you to be on the ground like that.
Now that she's on the ground.
Do you have piece of wood for Teak?
He looks around confused, like...
Philia's just gonna be like, she's on the ground, she'll stay on the ground. If you put her back on her cot, she'll probably roll off again.
He's just, like, a little concerned, and he grabs at the pillow off of the cot, at least, and he's like, yeah, at least put that on your head.
Teak concedes.
And he's definitely seems like he's got his hands full, but kind of looks to you, Cinder. All right, just keep an eye on your friends.
Oh, certainly.
And keep safe. He kind of wanders off to tend to other patients. And, after a few more minutes, Eric finally comes back with some hot soup for everybody.
And mushroom soup for Ophelia.
There you go. And yeah, you guys enjoy some hot soup and a good time. And are you guys gonna? Do you want to come up with a plan or anything in the meantime, or what are you guys doing?
Cinder can't be associated with our group, but we can say that because they notified the guard, if they do continue asking, we can say that we, Eric included, were looking for Susanna. While there, these people came and tried to rob us within the cathedral while we were trying to track down Susanna. And then there was a skirmish in which they died.
Are we able
Wow.
to communicate that to each other?
I
Or is
mean,
the
if you-
doctor still there?
Doctor's not around you guys right now. He's tending to other patients.
We'll talk about this in the Iron Candles.
I forgot
Oh.
Philia also has the message spell, so she can just do that to everyone.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I thought that was
Ophelia.
Patrick speaking, not Ophelia.
right. I was just asking, like, how we would communicate that plan, but I guess Cinder could act as
Cinder messages Philia. Philia messages back Cinder. Cinder shares
Wow.
that message with everybody else.
That's quite the message to have to share.
It's like a very bad game of telephone.
Well, maybe you guys can do what Eric said and discuss it more once you get back to the Iron Candle. But I mean, in the meantime, you guys get fed, you get rested up for a few hours. And I mean, it's pretty darn late at this point. Like, either you could try and just sleep at the clinic for the night, or you could make your way back to the Iron Candle. But you guys pretty much met at dusk with Robert, and then everything after that took like about an hour. So yeah, it's probably getting pretty late at this time.
Should head back
What
to
do you
the
guys
Iron Candle.
want to do? There you go. Is that what you're gonna do? You're all just gonna go back to the Iron Candle Tavern for the night?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay. See, I mean, you guys are all settled up at the clinic, and you have rested up, and you're all still low on HP and everything like that, but you find your way back in the night to the Iron Candle Tavern. Are you guys going to go straight to your rooms, or hang out in the bar for a bit?
I'm probably gonna hang out in the bar for a bit.
Okay, alcoholic. What's everyone else doing?
Going to bed.
Yeah, gonna go to sleep.
All right. Cinder, Gustav, are you going to sleep, or are you gonna hang out with Eric?
Wait, never mind. Teak wants answers from
Wow.
so Teak will not sleep.
Cinder's going to sleep.
Wow.
If I see like everyone's going to sleep but Eric, I will have a drink with Eric.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone's going upstairs and it looks like they're getting ready to go to sleep, but you see Eric take a seat at the bar. What are you drinking, Eric? Anything?
Ale.
Ale, eh?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a couple silver pieces or some shit.
How many? Maybe he'll buy Gustav's as well. If Gustav's sitting with him.
It's alright, Eric. I have my own money. Paid for a lot already.
Okay.
It's, for both of them, it would be like a silver piece, pretty much. So yeah, Eric kind of has himself a drink, and Gustav, you walk over and sit down next to him, and Eric orders you an ale as well. And yeah, you both find yourselves sitting at the bar sharing an ale. What's going on?
You alright?
Hi. I'm good. What about you?
Well, I've been in worse places, I guess.
Really?
I mean, I think so.
Oh, that's awful.
Take a look around the bar. Is it pretty quiet?
Yeah, it's kind of past like prime hour, and it's quieting down. It's only the hardcore people left. Plus, it wasn't a super busy night, anyways. A lot of people just drinking in silence.
So, what exactly happened? I lean in.
He's gonna kind of sneakingly peer around. I think I should tell you upstairs.
Alright. Should just wait till tomorrow then, so we can talk to everyone.
I'll explain it to you before we go to bed, and then we'll talk about it again tomorrow.
Alright. Why the drink?
Figured I just needed one after that.
It's fair. I tried to just let Eric enjoy the drink before we head up.
Okay. Yeah, you guys don't talk a whole lot after that, and eventually you make your way up to the room pretty late at night and find yourselves among the sleeping body of Cinder and in prime position to have your conversation.
Yeah, he'll explain about how Susanna burned and how Robin burned as well. Wink, wink.
So I guess we ended up helping him after all, huh?
He'll shrug. I guess so.
Wow. Quite the conversation.
I know. So great.
Messy that.
He's gonna nod. But how do we tell the captain?
Well, we might be able to tell the captain the truth, but imagine telling that to the Wyvern Spears would sort of betray the trust of Robin and Susanna.
Would the captain really betray the trust of the Wyvern Spears?
Fair point. Never been a good lawyer.
Oh well, I guess we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Thanks for doing all you did. Wouldn't be alive without you.
He's gonna look surprised, like, I mean, didn't you save us?
Well, according to your story, I had to be dragged out of a building, right?
He's gonna laugh. Right. I'm a hero.
I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on with me these days when I called out the arm. But I don't think I'm immune to fire.
What, did you think you were a dragon?
Obviously not. Just saying. Probably would have cooked up real nice, like the rest of them.
He's just gonna laugh. Right,
Anyway,
well,
we'll plan the rest with everyone tomorrow.
he'll nod.
Thanks again, Eric.
Likewise.
And I decapitate him.
Yay!
Hey, his dream come true. Alright, so yeah, you guys find yourselves all drifting off to sleep after a long, hard day. You got some coin in the bank that I don't think Eric has even told anyone that he has yet.
He told me because he just summarized everything, right?
Yeah.
I guess he told you. I guess so. And tomorrow you've got a big day of figuring out what the fuck you're going to do next and what you're going to tell the old guard captain.
Do we get a long rest officially?
You do get an official long rest, and you all wake up refreshed and ready to go in the morning for the next day.
Does Teak have to go perform now?
Soon.
Oh, I got like 20 more minutes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I might also have to leave in 20 minutes to get like a dinner break before the dining hall closes, and I'll be back.
Yeah. I'm
I guess
prepared. We'll probably just end in 20 minutes and do a short session today.
we gather in the girls' room to plan.
Okay. So you guys all get up and get situated and find yourselves in the girls' room, ready to come up with your plan for the day.
Right, so we should probably come up with two different plans. One for if we see the god, and another one for if we see the guard captain.
How would they differ?
Why should they differ? Well, the guard captain told us not to let anyone know that we were kind of working on this mission to begin with, so we shouldn't really be telling the guards that we're looking for Susanna and all that sort of stuff. And two, we need to address the guard captain. There's some things we probably shouldn't talk about, like the whole helping them escape and all of that.
So if we meet up with the guard, then we'll just continue the line of reasoning from which Cinder and Eric gave out. And if we meet with the guard captain, we can say we were tracking Robin and Susanna until we were countered by the Ashen Conclave, in which a fight broke out.
I don't know the Ashen Conclave.
Can we safely assume that this is the Ashen Conclave?
Doesn't really matter. We got attacked by bandits, for all we know.
We were attacked by people that were also seeking Robin and Susanna, in which, can we say that I put down the Entangled and then one of them dropped their torches to light it ablaze?
I mean, does it really matter who started the fire?
Not really, no.
Robin and Susanna were in that fire, given our alibi.
Right.
We only
So,
tell them stuff if they ask.
yes. But the point is we have a preset alibi from all of us in case they ask us separately.
Alright, and that way Susanna's death falls on their hands and not ours.
Very much so.
Why would they have a torch inside a theatre?
Well, maybe, right, since we were supposed to find Susanna, we tracked her and Robin down to this theatre, right? But by the time we got there, they was already fighting these bandits or something. Or maybe Susanna was being held captive by Robin and these bandits, right? We fought them, but then they started the fire and we weren't able to save her. Suppose that doesn't cast us in the best light though.
Sounds good.
Alright, so Gustav is doing all the talking then. Sounds good to me.
I mean, I can try, but
Shouldn't Philia do all the talking because she has a +5 to bluff? Actually, no, she has +6 to bluff now.
I think Philia's words are better. Like, I'd say almost half the things that come out of her mouth, I'm just pretending to understand.
By all means.
So, Susanna and Robin okay?
Sounds but yeah. They're taking a boat out of can. Hopefully they'll be alright.
And Teak not remember?
You went down pretty quick, Teak. I'm sorry.
Eric will take out the gold pouch and hand out each person 100 gold.
What's this?
He left it for us.
I think that was part of the
Very much.
deal, right?
Mhm.
We helped them get out, they gave us half the reward. It's all so messy though. It's tricky when you have to make your own decisions, aren't just following some higher up.
Well, I don't know about you, Gustav, but a pay like this, it's not something we used to get. Following.
It's true. Pay certainly is better.
Make very
Stuff
good
with-
decisions, but
Yeah, I think I understand. It's better to fail by your own hand and all that.
oi.
So, we into the Wyvern Spears then?
I think we should be heading towards the guard to talk with. I forgot his name, the head of the guard. We already know. Insert name.
Cassius.
To talk to Cassius.
And we're telling them the same story then?
Yep, that way we would be all in a group and we can have a more concise tale that we just gave, and we don't have to worry about anything, any mishaps that come along the line. And best case scenario, Cassius will be able to convey the story back to the Wyvern Spears.
Sounds good with me. Rather not have to see them.
Right, that sounds like a pretty good plan. Let's do that.
Ready when you all are.
We go onwards towards Cassius's.
Okay. So you guys are having your plan and your discussion upstairs, and you all set to pack up your stuff and get on with the day. And it's at this point, as you guys are leaving the tavern, or you're about to leave, through the door comes 4 guards, Cassius, and
Robert, he sold us out.
no, and an armored figure with wyvern spear crest on his armor.
Philia.
Yes, Philia?
Sorry, you finish your explanation.
And they don't look incredibly happy. They look a little disgruntled, and the bar kind of gets a little nervous as they enter. And when they walk through the door, they see the 5 of you.
Philia will curtsy and put out a hand. Cassius, we were just on our way to meet you with you.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. I'm afraid this is no time for courtesies, though.
Yes, I
If
understand.
the 5 of you would kindly come with us, please.
Yes,
We
of course.
have a lot to discuss. It appears that Susanna and Robin are both dead. You wouldn't
Philly.
happen to know anything about that, would you?
Philia will give a nod saying, yes, we know some information about the event. And Philia will motion the others to, come follow as we're about to talk to people.
All right. Yeah, Cassius kind of has a grim look on his face and gives a stern nod, and the wyvern spear armored soldier just kind of stands there staring at you. And as you all are escorted out the door, the wyvern spear soldier follows behind. And I think we'll just end it there for today. Short session, I know, unfortunate, but it is what it is. Still got 2 hours in, so it's not bad.
Yay!
Yeah, now I
Also-
need to write down my